A second. Radio. So, um,
Oh, sorry. I hope it was. This isn't too much of a pain in the ass for you.
no,
Didn't get
no,
you in
it's fine.
trouble.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm happy as a pig as shit.
I know you're fairly fucking excited.
I've
So,
been waiting years for this as a team owner, racer, avid fan. You
okay.
always wanted the best bike and the best thing,
Right. Anyway, right. Kick it off. So,
Kick it off. Welcome to MotoGP Mac, where the MotoGP fan comes to congregate and a fanboy spirit tread. We have phenomenal news for you, folks. Marc Marquez is officially going to be on a Gresini Honda in 2023. The romp and stomp all over everybody.
I think you're going back to the Boondy days there, Jake, with Christini Honda.
Oh, what?
Yeah. We start again because you call it Christini Honda.
Oh, fuck.
Ready. Whenever you're ready, let's rock and roll.
All right. Welcome to MotoGP Mac, where MotoGP fans come to congregate and fanboy spirited tread. Great news. Marc Marquez is off the Gresini Ducati to romp and stomp over the whole field. What do you think, bud?
Well, I actually think this is probably the most fanboy excited that I've seen you
me ever, yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually going to start calling you Puddles for the rest of the day because I think you're pissing yourself with excitement and that you're definitely going to have puddles around your feet. But yeah, a couple of hours ago.
That's the fanboy tears you see that have been
well,
all day.
Tears. It's not that you're pissing yourself with excitement. All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, look.
The breakout.
As I kind of said about her on the podcast, I'm kind of done with the whole fucking story because he was.
Yeah.
I think it's great that it's finally out there. What I have noticed is that this came out at 4 or 5 hours ago.
Yeah.
There's still been no official announcement from Gresini, which I find a little bit weird. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You think it would be Honda says that you think Gresini would be right on its heels.
I would have thought so, yeah. And look, we still don't. There's still a load of stuff that we don't know about what's going on with Marc, what's going on with the deal, how long is the deal for? What we do know is that Gresini obviously are the front runners, and that the deal is done. But again, I just find it very weird. When you look at it in rider signings, take a look at Johnny Ray signing for fucking Yamaha. Do you know what I mean? The morning it was Johnny Ray's leaving. 2 hours later, he's joining Yamaha.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's but I just find it a little bit weird. Do you know what I mean?
What it might be that this is so big and he's been there so long, and they had so many fanboys that Honda might have said, "Listen, can you hold off
fuck
announcing it because it sounds like you're rubbing my nose in shit."
Yeah,
haha, we got him.
Yeah, 1 second now. He signed that dotted line to get out of the contract. He signed a line to get into another contract. Fuck him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I
mean? And
he's
been given a hot bike for God knows for his whole career. You see this coming?
Yeah. Now, I've heard that it's cost him 20 million to get out of it. 20 million he had to pay Honda to get off the fucking thing.
I don't believe that.
I would believe it. I would 100% believe it. Not only is he sacrificing his wages, but I would fucking make him pay to get off the bike. You know what I mean? How many t-shirts he gonna fucking sell, even if he's crashing the thing every fucking week?
Yeah, well, he's gonna sell a lot of t-shirts, but it ain't gonna be $20 million. But
he'd make a good dent into 20 million. He would make a good. He would bikes and t-shirts and he would 100%.
And if you did anything close to that, Ducati put money in with it.
No, Ducati aren't paying for it. Not a hope they're paying for it. Not a hope. That is as customer deal as you can fucking get.
No, 100%. I don't believe that. Not with his father.
Not if he's only going to sign a 1-year deal. Not a hope. Will they pay for 1 year for him? Not prayer. But then people.
And you know what? If he pays for a 2-year deal or to 20 million, he ain't gonna pay 20 million for a 1-year deal.
He's paying 20 million to get out.
Oh, Okay.
He had to pay 20 million to get out of the Honda contract.
Well, you know what I'm saying. He wouldn't pay 20 million to get out with a 1-year deal.
Well, he would, of course, he would. Like, why? Like, if you look at it from Marc's point of view, right? Why would he sign up to a 2-year contract? If he signs up for a 2-year contract,
yeah.
If he signs up for a 2-year contract, that puts him out of sync with the rest of the main factory bikes for 2025. So it makes no sense. But if it's Ducati, it makes no sense.
In particular case, he can call the shots because he's who he is.
Yeah, look, that's it. Like, if it,
even if he's off sync, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know about that though. Like, there is the rumor of that he has signed for KTM for 2025. There's a pre-contract signed. But I just think it's funny. It's like, it cost him 20 million to get out of the contract, and he sacrificed the salary of 20 million for the next year. So to get off the fucking Honda is going to cost him 40 million over the course of the next year. That's the type of money. Huh?
I gotta see that to believe it.
Yeah. Well, look, their exit clauses would be fucking severe. You know what I mean?
I swear to God, I've been looking like a detective after a bug. I can't find anything. I remember him saying the 3rd year he was getting had an out in the 3rd year, not the 2nd, which most of them are. And it's usually
it's a midpoint of the contract. So after the 2nd year, they have an out clause, and then he's tied in. Like, for the last year, he's tied. He was, well, apparently.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Why I say the 3rd year? If you'd asked me last year what does Marquez have an out, I'd tell you I think it's the 3rd. It's the 3rd year, because I remember sticking in my head because it was so long.
Also, remember, the manager that wrote his contract all of a sudden got fired.
No, I can actually screw that one up. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're holding everything.
So like, you're there with that. Look, I think it'll be interesting to see where he ends up. I think it'll be interesting to see how he goes on the Ducati, or maybe a KTM. You know, could they fuck both Augusto Fernandez and Pol Espargaro out? And where you go there, lads?
Yeah. I think he's going to go on the Ducati, and he's going to stay on the Ducati once he's there with his brother.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. And then look, the fight of who takes over from him. And again, I have a sneaky suspicion of, Iker Lecuona could do it. Fabio Di Giannantonio could do it. Augusto Fernandez could do it.
What, go in his place? Yeah, I'd put my money on Iker.
I don't know. I don't think like I know he's new into the series, new back into the series, but I don't know. I would take Digi over Lecuona.
Digi, I don't know. You haven't been looking at the World Superbike races though.
I have, but I would prefer to judge him on how he's performed. It's not that he's done 1 or 2 races, he's done 3 or 4. Like, it's not that it's completely new. And he struggled to fucking compete with Bradley. Like,
yeah, but let me tell you something. That CBR 1000 RRR is just a street version.
I know, but still,
it's all over the place.
I think my point here, Jake, though, is that he's had enough time on it to get a good evaluation of him. Do you know what I mean? And he's at Bradl's pace. So why would you take another Bradl? Is he going to make that 1.5 second jump? I don't think so. Personally,
you're saying his testing was 1.5. He only ran what, 1 time?
3, 4.
3 or 4? Really?
Yeah.
There's been that many.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. I know he did the 1.
No, I think he did 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, and that's kind of my point.
Yeah, that doesn't look good if he's doing 3 or 4 and he didn't pick up the pace. I could see it first time, but not preceding ones.
Yeah, I definitely said that I like seeing the number 27 at least 3 times on videos. So I think it's 4 times. But yeah, look, it's good that this fucking Marc Marquez saga is over and it's done. And I think I get, I suppose, why they didn't announce it during the Grand Prix weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it was actually decided well before the Japanese.
Yeah, you mean too. I think that was way beforehand.
Yeah, so everyone knew.
Without a doubt.
And simply the fact that the riders were pulling the piss in the paddock, that means they knew. Do you know what I mean? DG knew. They all. DG,
you know what makes me a happy camper?
What?
Too? the fact that and it's actually good for him. You have Honda and Yamaha. We always talked about how they rely on the riders. Okay, and necessity is the mother of invention. This is going to force Honda's hand to make a bike. They can't go back and go, oh, let's just go back and oh shit, we get our best rider. We'll get him. Oh shit, he's gone. There is no going back and getting him. You know what I mean? Now they have to make a good bike.
This is how you say in corporate terms, this is a one-way door decision. There ain't no going back now.
Yeah.
You cannot come back through the door. And look, Marc has maybe 2 or 3 years left in him. He needs at least 2 more titles. That's what he needs, right? So is Honda in 2 years going to be a fort runner in don't know.
And after all this hoopla, this take him back again would look a little weak.
Well, you have the other side of it. Like Rossi fell out with him. I don't think it's as bad as the fallout with Rossi, but I would think that he is definitely shunned a small bit now with Honda, which is sad for Honda fans, right? Because look, he is a great talent, and I know a lot of Honda fans, and I was reading in some of the forums today, are very actually annoyed by it. Do you know what I mean? And they're very personally annoyed at Marc for leaving, and they're saying,
"Why?" Because when
I'll tell you, and they were just saying, you were all excited or he was all excited to be with Honda while they were up, but now that they're in a really bad place, he's bailing. Now, again, that could be just pure fanboy talk, but that's what I was reading in the comments for some of the things. Look, for me, I think it's great for Marc to get out. Realistically, he is not the rider that he was 5 years ago. He is battered, he is bruised, he is injured. He is thinking about crashing. Do you know what I mean? If this will hurt me and whatever, more so than he ever did before in his racing career. So he probably has, like, he's just met a girlfriend or a fiance now, so wedding, family, what the whole fucking new world is going to open up for him. And he's, at that point, I think, in his career where he's like, yeah, maybe.
And he's, I say that, but he's had a lot of girlfriends, fiancés before.
Yeah. No, not
come and go. You know what I mean?
No. Never publicly really did he have him out there. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd have to go back a good few years to see him publicly announce one. So this is a big thing for him that he got it out. But look, I suppose we will await his further announcement. But I think we flogged this story to death, and the world, I think, is pretty sick shit of hearing it. So having it confirmed is good. It's done now. We all know what
we all are going. Should get moving. Yeah, say shit or get off the pot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, it's pretty good. Happy out to say that it's a done deal and it's over and done with. But I suppose we will watch for next week on. I suppose next couple of weeks.
And one more point is the only thing I'll let you go. Along with the fact that they can't, the Japanese can't go back and say rely on the rider. Okay, this will stop them from going, hey, Dorna, ban this. They're going to want to go high tech now because they have to make a better bike. So therefore, they're not going to go back to let's make it spoke wheels and
I think it does kind of a little bit more than that, and I think it now gives Honda the excuse for not winning. That's what I think it does.
No, I think they're going to want to win.
We don't have Marc. Do you know what I mean? So, in somewhat, the pressure now is off to build a bike, whereas
now they're still running though, and they're still on contract to run with the. Well, at least I don't know how tight that is.
No. What I mean is. So the expectation for any Repsol Honda fan, and mainly in Japan, is we're going to win the championship at the start of the year, right?
Yeah.
And you can never rule out, Marc, that he can get 10 tenths out of that bike. But what we're probably going to see next year is Honda finishing 10th downwards. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? And it takes that pressure off that you have someone of Marc Marquez's caliber on a bike that's not performing. And that just brings headlines regardless. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas if it's Mir, Nakagami, whomever, Zarco even, it's not really going to bring the flashing headlines of Marquez is doomed on the Honda. The Honda is going backwards. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So I think what it's actually going to do is give them an excuse not to be winning in the Japanese press to say, you know, we don't have a superstar. We don't have this.
Yeah.
We're going to build our better bike, and then we're going to get our superstar, and then Honda is going to be the jewel in the crown of MotoGP again. That's the storyline I think that they're going to do. I think you're right, and it's like I've mentioned it before, is that Honda and Yamaha need to go away, get a good bike for an ordinary rider, and then give it to their alien. Very, very simple. Like if you go back to
the worst,
if you go back to Tech 3, and I think it's the prime example of it, right? Tech 3, right, with their riders, you know, Dovizioso, Crutchlow, and then you had, just say for instance, you had Lorenzo and Rossi on the factory Yamaha, right? Now those two riders at the time, Davi and them, they were only learning their craft, getting up to speed and whatever, right? And then you had your aliens, and those fucking aliens were so far ahead of them on similar, not the exact same bikes, but similar bikes.
Similar bikes, right?
Do you know what I mean? But anyone could have got on that Yamaha
and won. Fast. Yeah, they went fast at least. You know they're going to get at least the top 5.
But the aliens could take it that next step further, and that's where I think Honda and Yamaha need to look at doing. Build a good bike. Now, Honda, I think, have given themselves the breathing room, getting rid of Marc. Well, or Marc leaving, or allowing Marc leave, whatever fucking way you want to put it.
Yeah, you put it, yeah.
To go, and now they have an excuse to the Japanese business, press, world. We're not going to win because we don't have an alien. Like, there is no aliens left for them to sign. Although I heard Miguel Oliveira is a potential signing.
Yeah. Fabio.
Yeah, but that's not till 25. But Oliveira could go next year.
Yeah.
Which I think he'd be fucking mad to. But
yeah, true.
I think it would just be, I suppose, Joe, take the pressure off. And I think it's probably a couple of rebuild years now for Honda. Do you know what I mean? And then get that next alien in, whomever that alien is. Maybe it's Jake Dixon.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? Anyway,
I think, look, the story is finally over. Thank fuck. You know, roll on next year to see what he does. I think it'll be a little bit of a difficult adjustment for him, being honest. Because
no, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he'll jump right on that pitch and jump on him. Yeah.
I don't think he's just going to jump on it. Like, Marc likes to spin up the rear. He likes to use the back of the bike to turn. He likes the front of the bike a little bit loose. That's not what a fucking Ducati is, kid. Do you know?
Yeah,
it doesn't like it.
The Roberts. How many people have had the same style as Marquez? I've said this 100 times. Kenny Roberts Sr.
But that's my point.
He used to jump on bikes and spin it up in a heartbeat.
He will, yeah, he will. But the Ducati, I can guarantee you, the Ducati will not like it, will not respond to the way that if he gets on and tries to ride it like Honda. Ask Alex Marquez.
No,
Alex Marquez still comes out and says, "I'm still making the mistakes of riding a Honda." You know, it's ingrained into him. So, like, I think he'd be very fast.
That's just fear.
Huh?
With Alex Marquez, that's just fear. Old nightmares.
Well, that's the other fucking thing. Do you know what I mean? You know, like, Marquez, how far can I push this?
Yeah.
Anyway. Right. Well, look, we said we'd come on and we would celebrate your happy day of pissing in your pants and creating puddles.
Curing my cancer, I'm telling you. That's my cancer. It's fanboy tears, you know?
Yeah. Just make sure now that you don't jump up and down in that puddle.
Yeah.
Spread it all over.
Hey, it's my puddle and I'll play with it if I want to.
Anyway, rightio. And sure, look, we'll see each other again whenever we're doing the next podcast. But you, the listeners, will see us on Monday.
All right. Yeah. Hunky dory.
See you later, folks.
See you later.